can ask her.
Okay, hey, this Haynon is on the air. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming, Sue. Sue, my friend, would you like to come join us, Sue? We would love to have you. We'd love to see your smiling, pretty face. So let me know in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Where's Doug? I'm going to go out to Facebook and I'm going to see if I can pulse Doug. Doug.
Maybe Doug had enough of us this weekend.
I know you can see me. I can't see you right now. In front of my nose. Are you joining us this morning for the team meeting? All righty. I just shot a message to Doug. Webinar's on air. Anyway, answer back from Sue.
Nothing.
Send her a message.
It looks like she's here. I almost wonder if it's her because her last name is spelled differently.
Yeah, there is a misspelling there, isn't there?
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's not anybody that's not her. But how would they get the link?
Well, the link's public. I mean, this webinar is public.
Okay.
It's out there.
All right.
Let's tell you what we're going to do is we're going to click her over. She can ignore it. Okay. Traveling right along. Let me start down that path again that I was going down a path with Laura. Step one. First things first. Everybody made it home safe and sound, I assume. Larry, how was your flight home? All good, buddy?
Yeah, it was good. We landed 10 minutes early, but there was no gate open at 8:30 at night, so I had to sit in a plane for about almost another half hour. It was
Doesn't it just freaking drive you crazy?
It does.
Yeah.
Especially since I figured, well, I've only got about less than an hour to go. I'll have one more beer. And you're sitting on that thing and you can't get up and go pee. You know, so I got off that plane and made a beeline to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Being an older gentleman.
Yeah. Well, I had an interesting, I was out of my hotel room. I was pulling out of the parking lot, physically in the car driving at 10 after 5. I did my usual wake up. I woke up a little late, a little after 4, laid there and thought about it. If I really wanted to get up and started driving, and finally decided, screw it, do it. I'm adopting Virgin Airlines. I'm adopting his attitude. Screw it, let's do it. I got in the car and started driving, and fundamentally drove straight through to San Diego. I was in San Diego at noon.
Nice.
So then I went through this whole. Toby and I had originally planned to pick up Toby, and we were going to go camping at Fiesta Island, but then I remembered Fiesta Island was closed yesterday because they had big boat races out there. We couldn't get on Fiesta Island, and I thought, screw it, pick up Toby and go home. So I picked up Toby, went to the grocery store, and headed for Mexico. And I was home in my house a little after 2 o'clock.
Nice.
That does leave me with one minor problem. Which I'll share with friends, and that is that today is the very last day that I have narco. My pain meds are gone. So I either have to make a special trip up to pick up a refill, or I have to figure out if I can get off the narco. And I'm going to just see if I can just get off it. I've been taking it for too long anyhow, so we'll find out. I actually found out 2 days ago. I only took one narco 2 days ago. I forgot to take my second one, and I made it all the way through to about 10 o'clock at night. So I'm thinking maybe I can get off these things now. Maybe this hip is getting well enough that I can go without it. So, hey, is Doug there?
Yep, he should be joining. There he is.
There he is. Good morning. Good morning. How was your ride home, buddy?
I got small planes all the way back.
Well, that's good.
Well, yeah, but my knees were up against that seat was in front of, right by my knees, like bam. First flight, 2 hours to Seattle. I lucked out and got the seat right in front of the side exits, which means that they don't recline back. So here's a guy next to me who's even taller and bigger than I am, and we're both jammed in like sardines. But there you go. It sure beats walking.
There you go. Find something to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
To be perfectly honest with you, now you got to put this in perspective of a guy who's a pilot, but I prefer small planes. I'd much rather be on a little puddle jumper than on a 767, unless we're going to Hong Kong. Then the big plane's okay, but you know, those things. The honest truth is those things scare the hell out of me. The 47s scare the hell out of me because when something goes wrong, you know, they're extraordinarily safe. This is something going wrong or minuscule, but when it does, fail. And hey, anyhow, let me tell you where we're going. Thank you for all coming this morning, and let me tell you where I'm headed in the next several days. Step one. I want to do a review of what went on over the weekend. I'm not prepared to do it this morning, and I really chose. First off, by the time I got home yesterday, I was friggin' too mentally exhausted to even think about it. To be honest with you, I opened a cold beer and vegetated. But I had some pretty good notes from the talks. Okay, Sue, gotcha. I have some pretty good notes from some of the talks and et cetera on over the weekend. Troy Didden's talk, I've got good notes. I'm going to put it into a little slide presentation, and I'm going to start presenting on Lunch with Len tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is turn Lunch with Len for the next few days, and I'll tell you what I have in mind here, where I'm headed. More of an Essante training than anything else. And almost everybody coming on Lunch with Len is in Essante anyhow, but not necessarily in our team. But you know, it doesn't really matter. We're all here to work together and help each other. So I'm thinking Lunch with Len is going to do some Essante training, and I'm thinking that to review the weekend is going to take more than 1/2 hour. So I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday. Then you guys that were sitting in the bar with me, correct me if my memory's incorrect, but Daniel offered. He says he keeps two. That was Daniel that came up and talked to us, and.
Yes.
I just want to be sure, because I actually spun around the other night and I'm going, was that Daniel or was it JJ? Because I spent so much time talking to both of them over the weekend that sometimes I confuse which conversation was with who. But anyhow, Daniel said he takes Tuesdays and Thursdays off, and he agreed to be a guest on Lunch with Len, and I'm thinking next Tuesday I'm bringing Daniel on. And I'm thinking that I'm going to ask Daniel if he'll be a repeat guest, not every week, but maybe every second or third week. I'm thinking I'm going to start with just an interview. Hey, Daniel, how did you get into the business? You know, the first session is going to be, let's get to know Danny. Go deeper. We're going to have Danny, you know, teach us what he knows, and we're going to use him. He offered. Let's take him up on it. You know, we got a gift horse. Let's take it. So that's what I'm sort of planning along those lines. Now, we are going to switch the webinar platform for this meeting. We are going to switch to Zoom next week. And Laura, you're on, baby.
Oh.
Tell us what we're going to do. And
okay.
We're going to, and personally, I think this is an experiment, but I think it'll work. I believe it. I've been told by a number of people it's a good platform. So we're going to go ahead and try Zoom. So, Laura?
Okay,
You're
so,
on.
all right, Zoom is a nice platform where you can get many people on there, and it's all video. So what we need to do, it's more of a forum, kind of like what we're doing now, but it may look a little bit different, but it seems to be what people are, not just what people are going to, but it seems to work really well with the team aspect of it. And so if everybody wants to send me their email, put it over in the chat, and I will go into Zoom. I already have an account, and I will invite you. So then just from the invite, you can download the app on your phone, on your computer, both, whatever you'd like to do. And then next week, instead of here, we'll go right to Zoom.
Okay, and that's why I just put my email up in the chat. If you guys can put yours up, then Laura will send you the link, and we'll all get signed up for Zoom, and we'll give it a try and see how it works out. Is that all there is to it, Laura?
Want me to,
Yes.
do you want me to put it in here or Facebook?
Yeah, go ahead and put it in the chat, because I'm just going to take a picture of it. And then whoever puts it in there, I'll just send them the invite, and we'll be all set for our next week's meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy
Okay.
peasy. And then if there's, if there are things that we need to figure out how to do certain things, I noticed that there were a couple of cool advanced features. We can always have like maybe 5 minutes of the next meeting to go over them, and I can do that.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Who's jazzed? Who's excited?
I'm excited.
I am.
Guess what? I don't know if you guys picked this up, but I did a daily video this morning, and something that I learned that I did not know when we were at the warehouse, I think it was Daniel who was telling us about the peanuts in the boxes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried it just.
Did it work?
It did.
Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah. So, the peanuts are also environmentally safe, and if they get wet, they just disappear. So I really believe, it shows that the company is all in, and even that part of it was important. So I was like, really? So of course, when I got a box shipment when I was away, and this morning I opened it up, and I took the peanuts and I put them underwater just to make sure that, yes, they were, and they did. They disappeared.
I did exactly the same thing yesterday. I grabbed a handful of peanuts and ran to the kitchen sink with them and turned on the faucet, and they disappeared. I was like, whoa, this is magic.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with Daniel. When we were in the round meeting room that was serving beverages, he came up to us and he said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you guys need a three-way, I'm available for three-ways. And what is this? What is this? COO, CHO, CPO, NBCO? What's his title in the company?
COO, I think, Chief Operating Officer, I believe.
He's CCO and inventor.
Oh, Chief Communications Officer. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's awesome, because I've had 2 calls with Michael that they offered to do 3-way calls. And I just think that that's awesome that they're really reaching out saying that they're available.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing that we all should, A, take advantage of, and B, really appreciate the magnitude of what we have here, because, I'm telling you, I'm going to have to sit here one of these moments and think about how long it has been since I had my first experience with a network marketing company. But I have never, ever, this is the support, what we're getting from these people is so far past anything else that I have ever seen. And I'm not making that up. It's just incredible.
No, the thing that I found, any company where people like ourselves and the level we're at have access to the top tier, so to speak, I've never seen it anywhere. And I was like totally blown away. That was so impressed. I was so impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take you all one step further. I'm going to do a screen share for just a moment.
Okay.
I think we all understand that we got to where we are today by doing certain things. we're not going to get to where we want to go tomorrow by continuing to do the same things. If we continue to do the same things we've been doing, we will be in the same place we're in. Maybe we'll progress a little. But I think it's obvious it's really time to take the message to the world. And the way we do that is we talk to people. Yes, Sue. So based on something Doug said yesterday, I put together a proposed new script. I want to share it with you. This is not my script. It's our script or nobody's script. Use it, don't use it, modify it, change it, comment, criticize. It's okay. But here's what I propose that we begin to do. And these are my thoughts, and please feel free to jump in. I'm doing a screen share entire screen. And I'll put this up in the chat. Now, I wrote this script pretty quickly this morning. It's a first cut. So, you know, we'll look at it. So here's what I propose we do. My proposed opening script for contacting friends and relatives. What are we going to do? We're going to start talking to everybody we know who we care about, and maybe even some people we don't care about. First off, obviously going to open the conversation with idle chit chat. I'm going to call my sister and say, "Hey, Linda, how are you? Haven't talked to you in a while. How's things going? Blah 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 blah." Then, when it's appropriate, the transition is, you know, I was thinking of you. I found out something recently that concerns me, and I want to share it with you. We have a problem throughout the world, but especially in the United States, and most people are not aware of it. It's being called the silent soak. Unknown to you, many of the products you use on a daily basis, such as toothpaste, lotions, potions, gels, deodorants, body wash, etc., are poisoning you and your family. Now, people find this hard to believe because they think the government is protecting them, but they're not. So here's what I need you to do. You need to inform yourself of what's going on, get educated, and then decide what you want to do about it. I have a couple of videos I want to share with you. I want you to watch them. That'll give you some more information. Would it be okay if I send you the link? When can you watch them? Great. I'm going to call you back and ask, what did you like about them? I'm set an appointment. All right. Now let me come off the screen share. Actually, yeah, I want to say that. Now, so again, just a proposal. If you don't have a script in your mind right now of what you want to do, all right, looks like my camera decided to do its thing again. Let's see. Come on, Lynn. Come back. Camera. I can't get my video back up. Turn camera off, turn camera on. All right, I know you can't see me. Unplug the video, plug it back in. I'm going to have to go buy a new camera. Good news is I have to buy a mouse.
Did you find your
Doug.
Did you find your mouse?
No, Doug found them.
Where at?
There I am. Okay, so first question is, any comments or suggestions or any ideas? What was your reaction to that script?
Well, I'll go first. I like it because sometimes I hesitate because I know what I want to say, but sometimes the words don't come out right. So I love it.
Now, I'm not saying, believe me, I don't shove things down people's throats. I'm not saying you have to use it. I'm saying if you need an idea, these are my thoughts for today. And I'm gonna take that script and let me work on it a little bit, smooth it over just a little bit, and I'll post it in the group, and then anybody can grab it and use it. Larry, did you have a reaction to it?
It's a good script. I've burnt a lot of bridges with other companies I was in, so I don't know how it's going to work for me. In fact, my one sister, who's very, very cynical about all this stuff, I gave her the greens and reds, and she's been through cancer. She's 3 bouts of cancer, but she's never gotten back to me, and basically, actually, she doesn't want to talk to me right now. So it's a good, loving relationship.
You know what? Some will, some won't. I mean, there are people that are going to say, no, I'm not interested. I mean, I've got one of my very good friends in the ski club, a really good buddy of mine, just shrugs his shoulders and says, "Oh, you got to die from something," and he's feeding his family poison, and he's at the apex of the poison feeding philosophy. I mean, he's really feeding his family poison. He's really buying crap food, and he doesn't want to hear about it. So okay, next, fine. Like Diane Hoffman says, just gotta love them. You gotta love them.
Yeah.
Not gonna change them.
Yep. Hey, well, Doug, do you want to go? What do you think about it?
Actually, I've got to read it over again. I just had to nip out for a point, so I'll have to think a little bit more about that. So I'm going to pass on that at this moment.
Okay.
Okay. There was something that was talked about at the event that I wanna research because I know it's out there somewhere. And I didn't get the name correct. You guys might be able to help me. But the ingredient that was just banned in the sanitizer.
Triclosan.
Triclosan.
Triclo. Triclosan. That announcement was just made within the last couple of weeks that the FDA came down on triclosan and has banned it in the hand sanitizers and other products. But it has not been banned. I believe I'm saying this. I believe what I'm saying is accurate. It has not been banned from toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Okay. All right.
Triclosan is one of the absolute worst. It's on the list of the 10 most dangerous products to avoid. And the FDA gave the industry 2 years to prove that it was safe, and they can't. So it has now they've been told to pull it.
Okay. So I'm going to take that and find some type of article and use that.
I promise you, all you got to do is Google triclosan.
Yeah, okay.
How do you spell it? Can you put that in?
And Closan.
The thing that amazes me is they ban it out of hand sanitizer, but not in toothpaste. And I believe that in your mouth, your absorption factors are a lot higher than on the surface of your skin.
Absolutely. Absolutely they are.
So this really doesn't make any sense from that aspect.
Okay. There's so many things there's so many things these people are doing that don't make any sense. Here you go. I Googled triclosan. This came up, was the third thing in Google. And there it is, like EWG org, triclosan banned, soap lingers, triclosan banned in soap and lingers in some consumer products. And it's an EWG article. Like I said, just type triclosan into the Google search bar and you'll find. Now, I will also point out to you that we did a Toxic Talk on triclosan. I could find it. And I believe it might have been the one on hand sanitizers. I'll go back and look because I also did a blog post. So the point is, and the reason I'm pointing that out is if you want to use it, you can point out that our team, our group, our organization had called this some time ago. Here's the evidence. We wrote articles about it, and now the government is catching up to us. And so you can use it as a validation that we know what we're talking about, that we are telling you the truth about this stuff.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, we're 4 minutes from closing this, so we can all get over to the 8 o'clock call. So what there's a number of things that I would suggest here as we go forward. One is if you're not plugged in, I mean, look, we all have an opportunity here. It's up to each and every one of us to decide what we're going to do with this opportunity. But I would strongly suggest that you put the rest of your life on a back burner for a few months and just focus in and do everything you can to get a team below you and get going, because this is going to build. It's going to be big, and if you can get a few people below you and get some people going, you're going to win. And so, talk to people. I gave you a proposed script this morning. If you don't like mine, use yours. It's okay. I just gave you a new idea. That script comes from Doug's suggestion over the weekend on Saturday, and I really like the idea because it's a totally non-threatening script. You're coming to people saying, "Look, I have found some information that I think might interest you. Let me share it with you." And then you tell them it's up to them what you do with it. You're not asking them to buy your product. You're not asking them to join your business. You're asking them if you can share some information with them that concerns you because you care about them as people. Okay, so it's a totally non-threatening approach, hopefully. And are there still going to be some people that say, "No, I'm not interested"? Yeah, there are. You got to just love them. That's all you can do with them. So the other thing I would do if I were you is, if you're not plugged in, plug into everything you possibly can. Be on the 8 o'clock calls. Be on the webinars. Be on Toxic Talk. Be on all the trainings. Just get totally plugged in. Be checking the Shift Up group, watching for the new posts. Be in the Legendary Lounge. The Legendary Lounge is a training platform. If you're not in the Legendary Lounge, get in. You know, and I would also suggest that if you're not in the funnel, that you get into the funnel. But we're going to begin to use that. I know Doug's going to do trainings on how to use the funnel. I've already used the funnel one time with good results. I will share with you what I did. Maybe we'll do some of that on Lunch with Len as well, so that we don't, you know, we're not just, one meeting once a week at 7:15 in the morning isn't enough to cover all this stuff in the kind of, give it the kind of justice we need to give it. So I'll do some trainings on this stuff. Now I know Lunch with Len is tough for you, Doug, but everything's recorded. To a great extent, I would encourage people to be on the live events when they can be on them, because live is better than dead. It's just like going to the event. You guys that were at the event know that experience you had this weekend cannot be replaced. You simply can't get the same experience by not being there. Can't do it. Not possible. You get more out of it when you're in the live interactive environment than when you're watching it after the fact. But that's the way it is. So, and remember, I'm here for you. Danny Winiger's here for you. Michael Winiger's here for you. Laura's here. She'll help. Anything you need. Don't ask. I mean, ask. Don't ask. Don't say, "Why can't I do this?" Ask, "How can I do it?" Look at my Coffee with Len video this morning. Really powerful. Actually, it's actually powerful. Was listening to a guy this morning who was talking about he was supposed to run a 10K race, broke his leg, had a cast on. Obviously can't run a 10K race with a broken leg and a cast on, so he ran it in a wheelchair. He didn't say, "I can't." He said, "How can I?"
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
let's blow this thing up, guys and girls.
Hey, I got a question. Have you seen the new Essante's video that they posted up?
No, which
I
one?
don't know.
Okay,
What's
they did
that?
just put one out. It was on the event. It's professionally done. Shows products, shows Danny, shows Michael's. You know, it's a cut of the event. and I'll have to. It's on my pad. It's on. I'll have to find out where it is. I just saw it this morning, so it's just freshly put up. Somebody else posted it up, so.
Where is it? Where'd you see it at?
It came in on my timeline, so it probably should be on yours too, I would think.
Well, I think we'd either find it in the Shift Up or we'd find it in the Legendary Lounge. It shouldn't be hard to find.
But I just wanted to say that they have actually put something out today.
Awesome. Awesome. Find a link for it, shoot it to us. I just looked at Shift Up, I didn't see it. I'm looking at I don't see it there either, at least my first glance.
I don't see it on Doug's page either.
Okay, I'll see what I can do, and I'll send it to you, Lynn. Well, I'll see if I can send it to all of you.
Can you
put it up in the group?
Yeah,
yeah.
Lenses, yeah.
The group, Lens Essante team, and by the way, we need to change the name of that group one of these days soon. I want people to think about it. Laura's put out several suggestions.
Like 8.
Not that What's that?
Just throwing it out there. I said I gave you like 8 different suggestions.
I know. I'm trying to get other people to participate.
Hey, I do have a question before we go.
Okay.
I was talking to Wayne Kruger. He sent me a text message this morning.
Wayne from Fargo.
Wayne from Fargo. He says we have another event in March for Essante. They're now doing them twice a year. Have you heard anything like that? Any
I have
chance?
not.
Okay.
I have not. I don't know anything about it.
All right.
Yeah, I know a lot of the companies have them like 4 times a year. 2 major ones,
Quarterly.
and smaller ones. Yeah.
Yeah, quarterly. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see it turn into a quarterly event.
I think once it gets bigger. Once it gets bigger than it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that event cost this company a lot of money. So that's the other thing, you got to put that in the equation. They didn't charge us for it. So that's a mind blower in and of itself.
Yeah.
We got to go to this for free. Okay, folks, let's all jump on the 8 o'clock call.
I hate to say it, but I keep losing those numbers for the 8 o'clock call. I'm gonna have to put it on a sheet of paper and stick it on my computer or something.
Hey, Larry, you know what I do? I put it in my phone.
I thought I had it in the phone. I thought I had it in my phone.
All right.
Larry, what am I going to do with you? Let's see.
Here, I throw it up.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. You know what? You can always find it in the Shift Up group.
I looked.
What's the access code, Laura, for the 978510? There you go.
Yep.
There you go, Larry. That's the 8 o'clock call.
Yeah.
By the way, you can.
Or the 11 o'clock call if you're in Eastern time.
Yeah, or it's 6 o'clock in the morning if you're in New Zealand or whatever.
Or in the 10 o'clock call if you're in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So in your own time zone.
Yeah. And by the way, this is another topic we should cover, but we're out of time today. But I do have my 800 number now. I'm not doing anything with it yet, but it's there. But I also went ahead and I got myself a free conference line, the freeconferencecall.com. I've got I've got a conference line which we can use, but the conference line also gives you the ability to do your own recorded message, which I have done. I only did a test message; it's not a real one. The OrganiBlitz calls are gone now. OrganiBlitz is gone. We're not doing them. But you can have your own free conference line with your own pre-recorded message. And for example, if you want to just use the OrganiBlitz script, you can. If you want to change it, you can. It can be whatever you want. It's in your words, and you can record a call. And you can, if you're talking to somebody on the phone, you can say to them, "Hey, you know what? I've got a recording. I'd love you to listen to it. Can you dial blah 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 blah?" Or if you've got them on the phone, you can 3-way them in.
Okay.
That's a cool idea.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. We got a lot. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're going to start to use. Again, I'm going to use lunch with Len, which for some of the stuff, just because I don't want to burden people with more webinars and yada yada yada. We'll use the time slots we've already got to do some of the stuff.
I got a quick question for you, Len. Are you using your lenmui.com? You did stuff for Essante, but just a general video, not necessarily naming it Essante, and you used the links for Essante after did you put that in your MLSP blog?
Yeah, I think the answer is yes. The question, I'm not sure I understood the question.
I've got LarryJoeRyan.com. I want to start doing some videos, video blogs for stuff for Essante, but I want to use the links that we got for the company from this new thing. I did get in.
Yes, I know you did. Yes, you can do that. There's nothing stopping you from using your MLSP Sites blog to promote Essante.
Okay.
MLSP, remember, if you're an MLSP like I am, if you trickle down through the 3 steps, watch your video, blah blah blah, learn more about my opportunity. My opportunity that's in there, number 1 now, is Essante, and there's nothing stopping you from promoting Essante in the blog, from putting your links, putting anything you want out there. That was part of the conversation, Laura, that I had with Patricia the other night. She was confused about whether she had to start another blog to blog about Essante. I told her, no. Why would you do that? Now I've done that. I have started a second site called Len's Healthy Aging or Len's Healthy Living or something, and at some point I may move everything over there, everything health related, but you don't have to.
Yeah. So can I make an appointment with you to talk about this? Because I have one. I need some ideas on how to promote it.
Okay, sure.
I'll send you a message.
Laura, you don't need an appointment with me.
Well, I do.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, well, I know, but my schedule's getting busier, so
I guess another question I have. One more quick question. Are any of you guys using any of the essential oil stuff?
No, but guess what? Well, okay, I'm not, but I bought 2 at the sale yesterday.
Yeah.
And one was called Breathe and one was called Sweet Dreams. So give me a few weeks and I'll give you more info on it.
I got a couple. I got that Restore, and it's supposed to help with arthritis and pain in your body. I just have to quickly order from Amazon some of the little bottles with the rollerball on it. So I'll check on those. I'd like to know about using the diffusers and how you do it, how long it lasts. Do you just dump the whole bottle in there and keep reusing them? Because you don't put all the chemicals in there at once. I mean, all the essential oils in there at once to combine, or do you?
No, I think with any diffuser you put in, like the one I have or my wife's got here, you put in a couple of drops in it because it's very concentrated into the water and then it evaporates out of that. That's my understanding how it works.
That is correct.
Okay, well that's what I thought. But if you like, Laura has a couple different ones. I have a couple different ones. Do you put the drops in for a couple at once or just one at a time?
You can mix them. I mean, there are lots and lots and lots of recipes out there for put 2 drops of this and 4 drops of that and 6 of this and 3 of that and partridge in the pear tree, and you can make flea spray for your dog by 12 drops of this and 6 drops of that, and I mean there's lots of stuff like that. So the answer is yes, you can mix them. The question is what to mix and what proportions and stuff. It's like think of it this way. You're asking, instead of essential oils, put spices into that sentence. Okay, now I'm going to cook a dinner, and do I use this spice or that spice, or do I use all of it, or how much of this do you have to find a recipe. It'll tell you use 1 teaspoon of that, 1 teaspoon of this. Find a recipe for what you want to do. Google it.
Well, I was going to say also, I think in the back office they have some recipes back there. For different to start.
I was looking for them last night.
You are? Okay, let me see if I can find some.
Okay.
All right, we got 4 minutes to get on the call. I'm going to go, guys.
Hey, I have
Okay.
a call to get on. We can't be chatting like this all day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming.